Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the electrifying world of EFED Broadcast Channel. Before we dive into the heart-pounding action, let's set the stage with a brief disclaimer. The following content is an EFED Broadcast Channel event created within the WWE 2K universe. All characters, storylines, and events are fictional and exist solely for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to real-life individuals, living or deceased, is purely coincidental. Viewer discretion is advised. This show may contain intense simulated combat, dramatic rivalries, and over-the-top personas. It's all in good fun, but please remember that these are digital avatars, so grab your imaginary popcorn, suspend your disbelief, and let's get ready to rumble. Now, let the virtual battles commence.
I like your take on boobies. And I like boobies.
Gun, higher.
I am the high
Don't
test
higher.
gun. I am the higher gun.
Don't
Test me.
I am the
I am the
I am the higher gun who about to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all of y'all. How you want a submission to pinfall? I am the higher gun who about to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all of y'all.
And welcome to the Turnbuckle podcast with your host, the High Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How y'all doing, y'all? So, let's talk about Raw. The Raw, the Mania. Now, for me, I enjoyed it. For me. Okay. I enjoyed Raw. Now, listen, we all got opinions. You know, we all feel how we feel. Okay. So, we all not gonna like the same things, and we all not gonna dislike the same things. But, for me, Raw was pretty good. Okay. It was way better than last year's Raw after Mania. You know, because this year we got what we was expected to get last year. Now we wasn't going to get title changes, because R-Truth and The Miz just won their belts. Okay, Cody just won his belt. Damian Priest just won his belt. All right, so like we wasn't gonna get title changes on Raw. But we got what we didn't get last year. Last year we got NXT stars. Now, whether we want to call it a cop out because everybody was under the same house because they were still in Philly. Okay, all right, but still, last year we were supposed to get some call ups. We were supposed to get some NXT stars, and none of that shit happened last year. All right, now, yeah, but we all know why it didn't happen. Like, we know it didn't happen because Vince showed up and he ripped up paper, like strips and everything, and we didn't get what we were supposed to get, and we got a shit show last year on Raw. So, am I gonna tell you it was the best Raw ever? No. Am I gonna tell you it was the best Raw that we got this year? No, because that one is still from 3 weeks ago when Cody got beat up by The Rock outside and was bleeding and got strapped up. Still the best Raw this year. You know? But it wasn't the best Raw. You know? It wasn't a horror. It was a good Raw. It was a good 7. I can't go higher than the 7. I can't go 7.5. I can't go 8. Can't go 10. It was a good Raw for me. We got to see both NXT champions, world champions. We got Dragunov and we got Rossi, you know, and I think Dragunov is gonna get drafted to either SmackDown or Raw. So the draft is coming back this month. Usually it's later. It's later in the month, but I mean it's later in the months. But like the draft should be around this time because Mania after Mania is a new season. You know, like yeah, after Mania it's a new season. So like it should be around this time. You know, start off fresh, get fresh people. You know, like I'm sure they probably wanted to wait until they switch networks, but nah, because you can just switch up shit when that happens. You know, you can just make things happen then. But the draft should be around this time. You know, so NXT happened last night, and that was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was better than Raw, but but it was a good show. Now, here's what made NXT. Well, here's what made people think NXT was better than Raw. You got title changes. You got one title change. All right, you got Braun Breaker and Corbin losing the tag team titles. But the difference with that is they won them. Well, I mean, not won them. They retained extended and delivered. They retained, you know. So like they. Like it was gonna happen, especially when they said if the team didn't win, they was gonna break up. Not Braun Breaker and Corbin, no, but the challengers. If they couldn't win tonight, they was gonna break up. Which you know, the fix is ending. You know, like the fix is in because of the fact that then if a tag team says that, that means they're probably going to win. Unless you already assume they're going to break up. Then you had a title match with Nadia and Roxy. Roxy wasn't going to lose to Nadia. Like, they just gave her something for her to do. You know. But you know, and then you actually got surprises on NXT. So I can see why people will say NXT was better. But another thing that would make NXT better in somebody's eyes, Shawn Michaels knows how to say this. He knows how to run time better than Triple H does, because even though NXT got a 30-minute commercial free and Raw got an hour commercial free. All right, so when I was younger, or you know, a kid, and I heard commercial free for wrestling, I was happy about it. But now that I'm older and I realize what happens when they do that shit, it ruins the show. Because even though you get a commercial free for that first hour or that 30 minutes, what ends up happening is wherever they didn't have that commercial free stuff at, whatever they didn't have that commercial at in the beginning, they had to put it somewhere else. You know, like what hurt Raw the most was that commercial free for an hour, because it hurt it for the main event, because they kept going to commercial and commercial and commercial and commercial and commercial, or you know, the side by side stuff, you know, and it hurt the main event that way. You know, because the match looked good, looked real good, but we couldn't tell because of the fact that it was always on, either it was on to a commercial or it was onto that side view shit. So we didn't get to see what we needed to see. half the time. You know, and then what also hurt is when The Rock came out and the crowd wouldn't shut the fuck up. You know, like they booed him and chanted shit for the last like what 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and The Rock couldn't get nothing out. Like you would have thought The Rock was Dom because the heat. That's the heat Dom get. Now listen, I know I can't have this both ways when I talk about the crowd. You know, for night one of Mania and how they were bad, and then Monday they were good. So I want them to shut the fuck up. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that kind of messed things up. Like, listen, the crowd was way better night two and Raw than it was night one. Did the stadium too, a different place because they wasn't at the stadium. They was I forgot where they was at then. But they was still in Philly though. You know, so okay, but you know, NXT was like a good 7-2. I enjoy NXT and I enjoy Raw the same. You know, because I can't give NXT a 6 or a 6.5. You know, and I'm not gonna go up on Raw by any points. So like they both did their job. I was entertained by both shows. You know, so let me go to Cody right quick. So Cody's been hitting at a new title for months now. Before he won the belt, he was talking about bringing back the Desert Eagle. I mean the Eagle belt, the Wing Eagle belt. There we go. All right, like he's been talking about that title for a minute. Now the only problem with that title is it can't be that title in particular can't be shown because it's not the WWE title, it's the WWF title. So they would have to change that title anyway, right? Like he wouldn't get that title anyway. He would get a different title, which probably still will happen. It just would be a different. It just would be a different looking title now. What Cody said recently is Triple H is mad about him trying to change it, but like Cody said, he changed the titles before. He changed the IC title from the white strap and everything. I mean to the white strap and everything. You know, you know that back in the day that title was a different title too. Back in the day, the IC title back in the day with the white strap was a WWE title. I mean WWF title. So they can do it. You know, and I'm sure they will because it's a new era. You know, and now some people, again, I'm not gonna knock anybody's opinion. Okay, you like what you like, you dislike what you dislike. But we just gotta get shit time sometimes. You know, like it's gonna be Triple H's era. You know, and another thing that they're using more of instead of entertainment, they're using wrestling, or you know, that's not a bad saying wrestle. It's not a bad word anymore since Triple H took up over. So we might see more matches or more wrestling than the entertainment, which is cool. Alright, you know, but the 4-way, so I'm talking about this for 3-4-way very quick. The Fatal 4-way was Ricochet, Ricochet, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, and Jey Uso. Now, I wish Jay didn't win that match. All right, because he's not gonna win. It's too soon. Bad timing. It's just too soon. Like, what's gonna happen is Jimmy's gonna interfere in that match again and cost him again. That's all that's gonna happen. Like Jimmy's gonna cost him that win. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Jimmy on Friday. But we might. But just to shake shit up. But if Jimmy don't show up, Solo don't show up Friday, the fix is in. Like Jimmy's gonna cost Jay another title match. Now the only good thing about this, Jay gotta win on Monday. He gotta win. Like he need to pick up more of these wins. Like he has to look credible. Alright? He's the number one contender for the heavyweight title. Alright, so he needs to look credible right now. Now, speaking of heavyweight title, good props to Damian Priest. Big ups to Damian Priest. Regardless of what people want to call him. I'm not going to call him on his podcast. Alright? Like, regardless of what they want to call him or what you want to call him. But, good job to him. Now, when Cody won his belt, the first day he was on, the next day he was on the Pat McAfee show, so he was on ESPN. And he was on Good Morning America. He gave out some belts. So like now Damian Priest, he was at the Yankees game yesterday. He was on the bump today. This is what happens when you become champ. Now I don't know what the fuck Io did when she was champ. Hopefully Bayley get around eventually too, because she needs to get around too. Because she is a new champ. And it ain't like she can't speak English. Or so hopefully she get around to doing her thing too. But it's good to see Damian Priest out there showing love to other people. Ooh. Excuse me. Because if Cody gonna do it, Damian Priest should do it. Now, what also needs to happen is, I understand Cody's gonna be on both shows for a little while. Cool. Alright, especially because Seth's taking a little hiatus. Which I knew it was gonna happen after he lost. So like I knew that was gonna happen. But so without Seth, you need star power still. So Cody might stay on Raw just in case, or just in case, and just before the draft happens. Maybe he stays on both shows until the draft happens. After the draft, then stuff gets settled. Then we can see where whoever goes somewhere, But and it also depends on what the network wants. Not Fox, like fuck Fox, whenever the switch happens and stuff, they got to find out what Netflix wants, or who they want, and who the USA Network wants, because they won't merge titles again, because both networks want titles, like separate titles. This is why we got them in the first place, So we'll see about that. And it was said the other day, like on the podcast I was watching, that we're not gonna get so much that from a difference from Netflix that we think. Like, we're not gonna spam cuss words, or it's not gonna be blood all the time. No, because at the end of the day, you still got families watching this stuff. It ain't just dedicated to us. When I say us, I mean like people who grew up watching the Attitude Era, or the Ruthless Aggression era. Like we're not gonna just get that again. We might get something And I'm not saying we not going to get blood, because we are. And truth be told, we've been getting blood. You know, like we've been getting blood, and we haven't gotten referees stopping matches to see if they okay when they bleed or bust open and stuff, or stoppage because of that stuff. None of that's happening. Like we're getting blood, you know. So like we get bloods and we get time, like curse words and stuff, you know. But it's not going to be like an AEW situation. Hell, I wouldn't want that. But I mean, saying that, you know, when we in a cage match, there should be blood. When we in the stream match or a street fight, there should be some kind of blood. Yes, I agree. All right, but we're not going to get that every episode. So speaking of every episode, or you know, let me talk about something about NXT. So Cross, the Final Testament, the whole group was down there last night. After Ron Breaker and Corbin lost the belts, the Final Testament came out there and destroyed the new tag team champions. You got to make stuff work. All right, you got to give them something to do. All right, so probably this is what they do. All right, probably this is how you get Bobby and the Street Profits on to the next chapter. You know, and just leave the Final Testament alone and let them raise havoc on NXT. You know, you give Killer Cross or Cross something to do down there. Alright, let him fight Trick Williams, which you know, Trick and Carmelo in the fight next week in the cage match. Cool. Also, which I think Melo's gonna get in this match too. Alright, Melo. I mean, Trick Williams is gonna fight Dragunov, and loser has to leave. If Trick don't win, he gotta leave NXT, which there's been rumors to call him up anyway. I don't think he's ready. Like I said before last episode, I don't think he's ready for that. You know, but we'll see. Going back to this dude belt. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna get that belt. It's gonna be a different kind of belt. It's gonna be a different version of it. You know, because they care about their logo. Alright, so the logo's gonna be in there some type of way. Alright, just like in the old IC title, but the old IC title belt, like I said, even though it looked like the old version of it, it wasn't the same version. Alright, but it did have the E logos on it. You know, alright, so it's gonna be something like that. I rather have something like that than something not demoted, but like dedicated to Cody. You know, because you know, if they change the belt, I want something that can just go around. I understand that Rock had his own type of belt, and Stone Cold had his own type of belt, version of belt. You know, I don't want. I mean, it'd be nice for Cody to have that too, but I'd rather them have something generic so we can keep the belt around, and not just when Cody wins it. Just to and Cena had his belt too, because so like, did he? Because he did what he didn't. So just like Edge had his belt, but it had his belt too, but like. Nah, like yeah, and I think the Miz did too. If I'm not mistaken, it just you couldn't tell by it. But you know, I'd rather have a generic kind of belt that they can keep around, and not just for Cody. But we'll see, because it does designs floating around for that. You know, so. Tonight, AEW comes on, and the Bucks supposed to air some footage of CM Punk and Jack Perry's fight backstage. Had it all in. Now, some people say that belt. I'm sorry. Some people say that I thought they couldn't talk about that fight. No, just Punk told you. There's no in a DA and whatever that's just called. There's no what's it called? Whatever that's just called, when you can't talk about it, like, no. Because Punk talked about that fight and what happened in that fight. Now, whether the Bucks want to just make fun of him or show you what really happened and make Punk to be out to be a liar, whatever. All right, like I think what. So what I'm hearing is leading to them bringing back Jack Perry, because he didn't get fired by AEW. He just been over there in New Japan recently. All right, give him something to do, and Tony Khan was mad at him because he lost Punk. But now, Tony Khan wanted to air this shit, and I heard that he wanted to air it. I heard that he wanted to air it weeks ago, but it was bad timing. He said, so we're not gonna air it, and so like, unless they want to show footage of Punk doing something to Tony Khan or screaming at Tony Khan and making Tony Khan feel unsafe, yeah, okay, play it. All right, but if we just are gonna, but if we just gonna confirm that Punk was right, what the fuck are we playing it for then? For ratings? Huh? Yeah. Like, are we just doing it for ratings then? Because the fact that y'all can't get over 800,000 without it? Like, what are we doing? If that's the case, like, if the goal is to prove that Punk was lying, okay, whatever, cool, alright, play it. But if there's nothing that we don't know already, alright, and the goal is just to prove Punk right, then what are we playing it for? Like, what are we playing it for? Just to say that he was wrong, or just to say that he was right? Like, dog, like, how about just keep the shit moving? Punk said what he said, alright, because it needed to be said, and just keep the shit moving now. It ain't no need. It ain't no, unless you just want a rating grab, because what you've been doing ain't been working. Like, what are we doing? Now, am I gonna watch? Yeah, I'm gonna watch. So kudos then, because you got people to watch now. All right, because you want to hit 800 million. I mean, not million. Sorry, like you want to hit 800,000 or 900,000. Like, if that was the case, you should have played this shit way before Punk said something. If that was the case, you should have just played something a long time ago. Not now. Not to the fact that playing the night don't mean anything. Like, just unless you can prove that Punk was lying about something, then okay, alright. But if it's just a fight and what Punk said is right, it's stupid to play that then. You're hurting yourself. Like, y'all supposed to be moving on from this shit. I don't know. I don't know. This ain't for me trying to bash AEW because I watch AEW. I watch AEW without this shit. You know, like I do. I'm just a wrestling fan. I watch wrestling. This is what I do. I don't need to watch. I don't need extra perks to watch wrestling. Trust me. Trust me. Like I watch wrestling on a regular basis. Even at the podcast, I watch wrestling. Like I've been watching wrestling since I was 10, maybe 9. These tactics to get people glued on, for what? A day? Like for this week? For today? You finna play that? Come on. You don't need to do that. For what? An extra 100 of people? And then next week we back to 700,000? Come on. Come on. You need something how about you get the people you just signed to these big contracts and keep it going? Now, something else I don't like, what is also a rating grab. Now we finna get Dustin Rhodes versus Samoa Joe. Why? Joe not gonna lose. You're not gonna put the belt on Dustin. That's not gonna happen. So why even have that match? I'm confused. I'm not saying the E don't do rating grabs. I'm not saying that. I can't think of one right now. Recently, but it ain't about AEW though. We can't. You can't tell me having Dustin Rhodes versus Samoa Joe is not trying to copy WWE. Now listen, every wrestling organization copies other people, so it is what it is. But it's just stupid because Dustin's not gonna win. Now, whether you finna have Joe beat the shit out of Dustin, that's just stupid. Whatever. Speaking of AEW, Ricky Starks was at WrestleMania. I'm gonna talk about somebody else too, playing this show. Ricky Starks was at WrestleMania. They showed him a couple times too. Not on TV, no, because no. But he was in the back at one point, and then he was, he also was in the crowd, and they called him in the crowd. Okay, celebrating with 41, which nothing's wrong with that. It just shows you it's coming. What's his name was there too? Brody Lee's son was there. Now they showed him on TV. After Cody won, they showed him. Like he was in the ring and everything, which is cool. Speaking of somebody else, so Rusev and Lana, they got a divorce. I don't know if they got a divorce, but they separated. So there's a rumor going around that the reason they're separated is because Damian Priest. Alright, because they hang around a lot together. And I'm not gonna make this the gospel show of rumors. I mean, well, I am. It already is that, but she was at Mania, but she was, and then recently she was at a party with Damian Priest. So, whoo, boy, man. All right, but I'm gonna end the show with that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch New Breed. Make sure y'all watch EFBC in general. This is the Higher Gun. Love y'all. God bless. I'm out.